Hi, it's Arlie. I want to tell you about some of the things I've been thinking about. Hopefully, I can turn this into a series of short little videos where I just share with you the things that seem to all relate, or spin-offs of the things I've been thinking about, and I'll share them as I go, unscripted, because I hate planning stuff. Hey Siri, turn on my office light. Well, I said unscripted, but I lied because I forgot to hit record. Let's see if I can remember everything I said. I've been realizing as I work that as I do art for myself with no client, just for myself, that I don't like a lot of my own work. And part of the reason is I have this little group of voices in my head, critics, who are like, blah, 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 you can't do that. That was dumb. No one will like that. You chose the wrong color. Why do you bother? Whatever. I'm sure everybody has their own insecurities. Well, I'm telling you about mine. So what I decided to do was to actually think about who are these parts of me, these people in my head, and what is their goal? What's their personality? And so that goes to my background as sort of a cartoonist and illustrator. And so I created these I divided it down into 5 characters. And if you want to see all 5, you will have to watch my video that I haven't made yet, where instead of my going through a finished sketchbook and talking about it, each of the 5 characters will have something to say, giving them a voice, and then talking about that. By the way, Nice Me is the voice I would like to hear from the most. So I want to figure out a way to amplify her or me. I can acknowledge the other ones, but 2 out of the 5 that I think are destructive. Anyway, what happens is every morning, I'm getting dressed and I'm watching videos on YouTube and showering, and I'm having basically shower thoughts. And this morning's shower thought was this. Okay, so I have to redraw it because I drew it the first video, the one that I forgot to hit record. So here's me. That's my very long neck. I don't have a very, very long neck. That's my big nose and my glasses. This is my concentrating on drawing look. So I've got all these voices in here. Some of them are really loud. And I was thinking, who put them there? And I think the process of creating these voices is sort of like, it's art teachers, it's my parents, it's friends, comments from friends, all the things. It's one person saying, why you always draw like that? And then forever I have that voice in my head that says, oh, that's right, I always do draw like that. Why do I do that? It's probably bad. And so some of these grow big. So I was thinking, because I think like a cartoonist, I need to have a way to picture them. So, side note, but related, did you know that there are millions of oak trees growing in the world that were planted by forgetful squirrels? Because what squirrels do is they take their little acorns and they sort of plant them all over the place. Well, they hide them. They're hiding them. And they're hiding their little acorns, and they only remember a couple of them. And the rest grow into oak trees. And I think that's what's happening here, is that there are acorns in my head, nuts in my head. Go ahead, make jokes. And I've allowed them to grow. Some of them are the good ones. Some of them are like, you always do a good job at such and such. And then I will always remember that. And that's one of these. But some of them are the yucky kind. So I was thinking my next step kind of is to think about the trees and the acorns and see if I can dig some of these out and sort of inspect them. Like I said, they're not all bad. Some of them are encouraging, kind, supportive, helpful. Some of them are mean. And then I was thinking, this process that I'm going through where I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my self-criticism of my own work, where the germ, or the acorn. What are these acorns? Which ones can I keep and which ones can I discard? Cut these trees down, look at them. What am I going to call this process? And I decided first of all, I don't like self-help. I mean, I don't like the phrase self-help because it's come to mean so much. So it has it's loaded for me. I have a degree in psychology, and I have kind of a problem with the whole self-help thing. So that's a whole other thing that we can talk about. But I don't want to call this self-help, although that kind of is what I'm doing. And then I was thinking, it's discovery. I'm discovering these things about myself. However, I feel like the word discovery, it implies that it's the first time that I'm just now seeing something for the first time. Although in general, I'm understanding this as a discovery. I'm the one who planted these acorns, or allowed them to be planted by the forgetful squirrel, or whatever, however you want to look at it. So I think I'm actually doing uncovery. That looks like a V. Uncovery. So that's what I'm going to call this. That's how I'm going to imagine it. I'm uncovering the acorns that have been accidentally planted. Some of them have grown into trees or small trees, and I'm going to inspect them. It doesn't mean I'm going to go through my entire life with a fine-tooth comb, but in the context of being able to understand why I don't like my own art, a lot of it has to do with these inner voices, the messages that I've sort of collected over time, and I need to go through them and let them go, or give them validity, or see if I can find a way to rephrase them in a way that does help me. I can do it in work, graphic design, illustration, when I'm working with a client, because the client is the one that says, that's too big, that's too small, I like this one, I don't like that one. But I have a really hard time when I'm doing it for myself. So I just wanted to share this. This is my big revelation actually it was yesterday morning. Today I've already had a new one. So maybe tomorrow I'll do a video about today's. But I just wanted to share this uncovery and the acorns accidentally planted oak trees, which are the critics in my mind. So let me know if that's a helpful idea for you. Doesn't have to be about art. Maybe you're dealing with some triggers in life that you keep encountering and you can't figure out where they're coming from. Think about maybe they are from some little simple thing that started out and just some forgetful squirrel just dropped it in there, and now it's a big tree. So it's kind of, I don't know if it's dumb. I know it's silly. I don't think it's dumb. It's silly, and I like silly, so we're going to go with that. So that's it. Thanks for watching.